What is up, everybody? As always, I hope you're having a fantastic day. And of course, I hope you all had a good year, 2022, and I'm wishing you all the best wishes for 2023. I wanted to say a special thank you for everybody who's been supporting me in this channel by either subscribing, liking the videos, and a special thank you also for everyone who's messaged me on Instagram. It's really nice to get to know some of you. I've had really good conversations with people all around the world, so really cool. Big thanks to everybody. And well, this video is actually inspired by a mini series that I have on Instagram where I showcase favorite products weekly. Well, weekly-ish. The idea is that it's weekly favorites. I don't post it every single week, however, but that's what it was inspired by. So today I'm going to be sharing my 6 favorite products of 2022. They're either products that I found to be really creative or kind of a game-changing product a bit, or some of them are just products that I've been using a lot. They're not all new from this year, and some of them I've even had for more than a year, but they are products that I've been using a ton. And just quickly before I get started, I want to say everything's going to be in the description, the links and everything, and they're in no real specific order. I wasn't able to figure out an order for my favorites or my least favorites, so they're just kind of a bit all over the place. So the first product to start with is a really cool iPad stand for your desk made by Pitaka. It is called the iPad Easy Stand, and like I said, it just goes on your desk. You can put your iPad on it, kind of like with MagSafe technology. Now, of course, if you have an iPad, you know that it is not MagSafe compatible, unlike iPhones, for example. But Pitaka sends you a little kind of magnetic sticker with the stand that you can slap on the back of your iPad, so you'll be able to stick it on the stand regardless. And now you might be a bit stressed of letting your iPad kind of float around, but I'm telling you, the MagSafe like magnets on every Pitaka product is fantastic. I've had it on my phone for a while with their cases, and it's a lot stronger than Apple's MagSafe, so don't be worried about it at all. And what I find really cool about their stand is also you have a little Another thing that's really cool about their little stand is that there's also a wireless charger, so you can plug in, well, rather just charge your phone, your AirPods, or whatever you want to charge. And the case looks very good. It has their carbon weaving look, which is really kind of a staple of Pitaka, I would say. And it looks really good. It doesn't look tacky or anything. And the reason why I picked this product as part of this list is because now that the iPad can sort of be a main device for a lot of people with the new iPadOS 16, well, I think that this device is going to be used a lot on everybody's setups. Now, when my iPad is not on my desk, it is in my bag, and my bag is my secondary, my next product. And I've got this bag this year, at the beginning of the year when I got my new job, because I wanted to have a more like classy-ish looking bag, rather than my old John Sport, which had like a bunch of drawings and stuff on it. I've shown in past videos. But this bag is really cool. I don't know exactly the brand, but I bought it at a company called La Baie, or The Bay, I believe in English. I'll leave links in the description so you can go check it out. It is a really cool bag. It has a leather-like finish, however, I don't think it is real leather. You have the beautiful metallic zippers and all that. It looks classy, and it's a laptop bag, so you can carry your laptop in there. You have a little place, a little pouch to keep it safe. And it is pretty big. It's not like the biggest, but it's big enough for everything that I do. When you open the main compartment, I usually always have the same things there. I have my Mac, my iPad, and my camera. And then you have a tiny little pouch within that main category, sort of area, where I always have the same things. I always have a pair of glasses, usually sunglasses. I have my Kindle, so it's quick and easy to grab if I want to read something. And then I usually have like a pen or something in there. And the main reason why I picked up that specific bag is when you look at the back. So when we move to the back, you'll see a tiny regular kind of pouch, which most bags have, where I just keep, change, maybe playing cards. Like I currently Miss Goods cards that I got for Christmas. I really like them, they're really cool. And I also keep an AirTag there so I never lose my bag. And then the next pouch is really the reason why I pulled the trigger on this specific bag. When you open it up, you have a bunch of little elastics and compartments to place things like notebooks, pens, which if you know me, you know I'm a big fan of pens. I have a bit of an obsession even, you could say. It's also where I keep my secondary storage when I have it, my cables. If I'm traveling with my Mac, for example, I do take the charger with me. Everything goes in there and it fits really well. And that's the reason why I bought this one specifically. And another thing I keep in there all the time is my little dongle by Anker. You've seen this in tons of my videos because it is really a product that I use a ton. I probably use it every single day. It might be my most used accessory of all. And this is what it is right there. It's super small. It fits really well in my bag. I have like almost a place that looks like it was meant for it. But if you can just throw it at the bottom of your bag if you want to. It's super small. You have 2 USB-C connectors, which is really good because, well, my laptop is the 2019 MacBook Pro, so I don't have a ton of connections in there. I can just plug that in there, and then I have the SD card slot, which is really why I use it every day. I love taking pictures and videos for my Instagram. You know, I've been making a lot of reels recently, and that's what I've been using to plug in my SD card. And that's the reason why it is in the 2022 compilation, because I had this for a while, but I never really used it. I wasn't taking a ton of pictures. And well, an issue to kind of highlight about this is that while you do have 2 USB-C inputs or outputs, whatever, only one of them can be used to plug in a monitor or to charge. The other one can only plug in something like external storage. So it is something to keep in mind if, like me, you are using the DisplayPort on your on your monitor. I use DisplayPort to USB-C, so I can charge my Mac while using my other monitor. However, if you're using HDMI, you'll be happy to see that this one also has HDMI. So it is really a big lifesaver. I use this every single day. Now, of course, kind of like my iPad, when it's not in my bag, it is on my desk or within my drawers and stuff. And that brings me to the next product that I discovered really recently. And it is the Move Diffuser by a company called, I believe it's Vitruvi in English, or Vitruvi in French. I'm not sure how you pronounce their name exactly, but it is really cool. It's actually right there. It's this little thing here. What I like a lot about this specific diffuser is that you can plug it in on the little charger base that they have, and it will charge up, and then you can move it anywhere you want in your house, which means that, of course, if you have different rooms, you can just bring it to any room that you want. And also the container where you put the water and the essential oils isn't too big, which means you can go through scents quickly, so you can always change it up. And one of the reasons why I wanted this is because, well, everything kind of happens in this specific room for me. It's where I film my videos, it's where I work, and I also have my bed over there hidden away, out of frame. So it's a bit hard for me sometimes to kind of switch my mindset between the different areas, especially work and kind of chilling at the end of the day. And I found that having smells kind of helps with that. It also helps with focus a bit. I'll have a dedicated video coming for my 2023 desk setup, which a lot of changes have happened, but that was really something I kept in mind for that setup. And you'll see I have always had a lot of candles and stuff to kind of play around with smells, and now I can just use this. I also love incense, but however, they're kind of bad for your health. They do look really cool for videos, but so does this. And I was also really surprised by the material of this. On the website, it kind of looks like cheap plastic. However, if you feel it in your hands, it feels a bit more like ceramic a bit, and it's really nice quality. I'm really happy about this. This was a gift from my girlfriend actually on my birthday, so big thanks to her. And also, Vitruvi sells a bunch of different essential oils and oil mixes, oil blends I believe they call it. And my favorite right now is called Dusk. It's kind of woody, you have a bit of that lavender, so it's kind of relaxing as well, and I really like it. And then another product that I use a ton to set different moods for the different times of the day is smart lights. So I have 2. I have one right there on my desk, and I have another one just out of frame on my nightstand. And I use the different lighting for different kind of situations. So if it's during the day, for example, I'll have it really bright and white, so that it kind of energizes me, and at the end of the day it'll be warmer, maybe a bit less, it'll be a bit toned down as well. What I like about these lights is, first of all, the price. They're pretty cheap. They come in a pack of 2, so you have 2 lights to work with right out of the box. And unlike other cheap lights, if you shop around a bit for cheap lights, what you'll see is that usually their whites are terrible, or the app might be bad, like they're hard to manage and stuff. These ones are super easy, especially if you're using Apple Home. You won't be disappointed. They look good. They're not as bright as you might like, however. They're not the brightest, but they have a wide variety of colors, and they're bright enough for everything that I can do. And I have a pro tip for you. Lately, for some reason, because of the wind and the snowstorms and everything, we've been having a bit of problems with electricity sometimes. That means that the connection to the Wi-Fi also messes up every now and then. And sometimes I have to reset the lights. So you have to kind of turn them on and off and whatever. And you have a little QR code on the light that you need to scan. So what I've done is I've taken pictures of the QR code, and I saved it. Well, for me it's in Notion, but it could be wherever, with the name of where this specific light bulb is. So that way it's super easy to set up again. And that's a little pro tip of the day. And then of course, when it's late in the evening is really where I think these lights shine. You can turn them all the way down to like 1 or 2%, where it's just a little tiny bit of light. That's really cool if at night I'm trying to read, because that means that I can have my light turned on and it won't be annoying for my girlfriend because it won't be too bright. And then when we are on the subject of reading, I have my last and final item, which is the Kindle. Some of you might be expecting this. At the beginning of the year, my goal was, I had a goal rather, that was to read 12 books, and I ended up reading like 34, 35, and that's a huge thanks to my Kindle, I believe. Of course, it's not the same as reading on a regular book, but for example, right now I'm reading 2 books. I have 1 book for work, which is called the product book. I'm trying to work on a bit more like of the product management side of UX and UI, all of that world. And then I have another book that's just for fun. Right now it's a book on economics. I think it's called Economics for Hard Times or something like that. It's really interesting. And well, carrying around 2 books is kind of annoying, whereas in the Kindle you can just have a Kindle, it's super slim. You can also highlight stuff, and you can export those highlights to different apps, which is something I find really useful, especially if I'm doing research like books for work, for example. I have a bunch of highlights. I can just export them to something like Notion or Evernote or whatever app you're using, which is really a nice feature. And then the reason why I think I read more books because of the Kindle specifically is because it's so easy to carry around and just take out of my bag and just read a bit and then close it and put it back. You also have a small LED kind of back panel, which means it's a bit nicer to read if it's dark, for example, on the bus or something like that. And then the last reason why I think it's such a cool little product is because if you buy books, you know the books can be kind of expensive, ranging from like 15 to all the way up to like $100 for a book. But in Kindle, they are usually a lot cheaper. It makes sense because it doesn't cost anything really to create a PDF. Well, it does, but it's really cheap. So you're gonna be saving a ton of money, and I found a ton of books for like $1 or $2 or something like that on sale. So it's definitely really, really cool for that if you're looking to read a bit more. If that's maybe one of your goals for 2023, I do recommend that you get a little Kindle, and maybe you can message me on Instagram. I have books to recommend you if you want. I've been reading a lot of different things lately just to learn more about the world and stuff. It's been really a fun journey. So that was it for today. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I wish you all the best for next year, 2023. I think it's going to be a really cool year. I have a bunch of stuff planned for this channel and for my Instagram as well. I've been having a lot of fun, so it's definitely something I want to continue on. And we're almost at the 1-year mark for this channel, so I'm really happy and proud of that. And well, that's it for today. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one.